good, YouTube? All right, y'all. So I was able to go to the gym last night, and I got footage of me working out, but I was by myself. I didn't have anybody recording me, so I kind of had to get a little fancy and try to like prop my phone up, like in between machines and stuff, or in different angles to try to get some views for you. So it's not the best quality. It's not the best setup, but I'd rather do something than nothing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and roll some of the footage, and I'm gonna just go ahead and talk over it. I'm gonna mute it this time because last time I tried to do workout video, the music playing in the gym got my whole freaking video blocked worldwide. So I won't make that mistake again. All right. So what I did was chest and back. I have um, I have pretty much what my split is. I do chest and back, then I do legs, and then I do delts and arms, and then I rest, and then repeat. And that's typically how I do it. But what I've actually been doing recently, or at least how my schedule's kind of been, I've actually done chest and back, then I would actually rest, then do legs, and then I may mess around and do delts and arms tonight. I'm not sure. But yeah, but I've been doing chest and back, then I would rest, then do legs, then rest again because my triceps are typically still kind of sore. And then I do delts and arms, and then I rest again, and then that way I'm able to hit chest and back hard again. But but typically I do 3 days on, 1 day off, and that normally works fine. But I've just been trying to go out extra gung ho, and I've been sore extra longer. So anyway, and also I do intermittent fasting, and I don't eat for 16 hours, and I only eat for like 8. So how I'm gonna do it now, I'm actually going to be doing. I'll be eating from 4 to 12. I just have to go to the gym early because I want to make sure I'm able to eat my post workout if I work out at nights. So I would have to go to the gym earlier, or I would do from 6 to 2. Because normally I would work out at 11 and be done at the gym sometime around 1, and then come home, and then I would eat my post workout meal after that. So now in this workout, I just had a huge meal, bunch of fluids, so I'm like super bloated, but like I really don't care because I've been mainly focusing on size anyway. Because what tends to happen in the summertime, because I do landscaping, I sweat constantly and I burn so many calories. I take like what 40,000 steps a day, so it's hard to keep weight on. So I like trim down easily in the summertime. So I tend to get bigger during the wintertime, it's just as big as I can. But actually, what I think I'm gonna do now, because I just kind of want to cut, and I just kind of want to get trimmed down. It's just I'm just worried about during the summertime. If I do that, I don't want to get too small, but I'm gonna do it anyway and just see what happens. And if I start getting too small, then what I'll do, I'll just have to eat a lot, a lot. It's almost impossible. I burn like what, like 10,000 calories a day or some crap like that. So I have to eat like crazy. Um, but anyway, so yeah, what was that? Yeah, I was super bloated, but I tend to drink a lot of fluids and stuff because I kind of like to have my muscles primed up, so that way whenever I take my nutrients, it just kind of absorbs it, and it's actually helped me increase in size a lot. Um, so I mean, I don't mind coming to the gym and I'm a little bloated and everything, holding a little water. It doesn't bother me. That's just my preference though. But I haven't really cared about abs. I just been trying to get as big as possible. But I'm gonna go for the whole abs and everything now. So I guess I'll just be documenting my journey onto that. Am I gonna still do cardio? I don't know. I tend to keep my rest periods short, and I'm typically my lungs are in a cardio state, or I'm actually kind of in a cardio state while I'm working out. I'm drenched in sweat all the time, so I don't know if I'm not dropping the weight like how I want, then I'll probably add cardio, but I'll see. But I tend to say like I lift heavy for as little rest as possible, and that's my cardio pretty much. So yeah. So anyway, just enjoy the footage and let me know what you guys think. All right, take it easy. Okay, for my chest and back days, I always start off with the warm up. And now with my warm up, I do the machine chest fly. Well, at least here at this gym, I do a machine chest fly, superset it with some pull downs, a type of pull downs. I do it differently each workout. This time I'm actually having my hands a little lower. You know, normally when the chest fly, you tend to want to have your elbows a little higher or parallel with your forearms. But I'm doing this lower just to kind of get a squeeze into my lower chest. And so that's what I'm doing here. I do about 7 sets. What I normally do, I start from 80 pounds and then I just go down the rack. I think I typically stop at like 180. And then with the pull downs, I actually stop like around 160. Here I go with my creativity, setting the fold up. All right, so I'm doing my first set of pull downs here. This time I'm doing a reverse lat pull down. And then also, like my next workout, I end up just doing your normal lat pull down. I make sure to keep my chest up, and I always stretch all the way up at the top, and I bring it down to the top of my chest, and make sure I get a good squeeze on my lats. I normally do it with my rep ranges. I typically start at like about 15 reps, and then I just keep going up in weight until I get down to about 6 reps. So from my first set to my 7th set, typically my 7th set, I've reached about 6 reps. The reason why I keep looking down at my chest is I just like to make sure my chest is getting like a complete contraction in the middle of the rep. That's just like my visual cue just to see that the chest is working. I mentioned, when I do my reverse grip lat pull downs, I do slightly shoulder width, and that is kind of like the sweet spot for me. But you should definitely kind of test out what works best for you, where you would feel the most in your muscles. And this would be my last set, and I think I got about 6 reps. I have to count that again. I said slightly shoulder. I meant to say slightly wider than shoulder width. Now in this group of exercises, my next thing I'm doing is incline dumbbell press, and I superset that with some T-bar rows. When I do mine, I like to keep my elbows slightly inward instead of doing it like slightly higher, like more along the shoulders. I just feel it more in my chest, and I like to work more, I try to hit more inner chest fibers when I do mine, because I just feel like I just need more development there, so I just tend to squeeze better. Plus I feel it better. When I do it the other way, I feel it more in my shoulders, and I feel like I kind of hit those fibers up there more when I do my standing shoulder press. Well, behind the neck shoulder press, I feel like I get those fibers more better there. And now here, how I do these, I do it in increments of 225 pound plates. I'm starting off with 225 pound plates right now, just to kind of warm it up. And then every set I go up 225 pound plates, so pretty much in increments of 50s. I like to use 25 pound plates because I feel, well, you do get a better range of motion while you're doing it with 25 plates, because the 45 pound plates will hit your chest a lot sooner than the 25 pound plates. Now on the incline dumbbell press, I go up 10 pounds. So I think I started off with the 50 pound dumbbells, then I go up to 60, then I go up to 70, and then 80. And I typically stop at 80. I'm not very strong in presses. I've had a elbow dislocated and a shoulder dislocated on my right hand, on my right arm actually. And it fatigued a lot faster. And I'm actually glad I'm watching this, because I'm noticing that sometimes I'm not going down as low as I should on one arm. It's kind of uneven. So that's something that I could, now that I'm looking at this, I could kind of work on myself. Here's a fun story. When you do a T-bar row and you want to go really heavy, make sure you have a gym with a good T-bar row holder. In the other gym I go to, it's horrible. And I was actually doing these, I had like 7 plates on the bar, and the bar literally came out and went straight up. Let's just say I'm glad I didn't hit my balls. But I pretty much got raped by the bar. Not really, but the bar hit me straight in my freaking anus. It hurt greatly. So make sure you have a good T-bar holder. sorry, this tends to happen when you have just a great pump. You just start flexing for some reason. So, yeah, there it is. Yeah, and that was the last set. I didn't have it in me to do the 80s, at least not today, because I think I did 6 that last one. But now my next thing I'm doing is the decline chest press. And with these, I tend to, if I start off, I go really heavy. But if I'm doing it towards the end of the workout or the middle of the workout, I go kind of light and just squeeze, because you can get a really good stretch and a really good squeeze in this if you like really focus and you're driving it into your chest. It's a great squeeze, and it's actually helped me a lot as far as getting my inner chest. And I paired the decline chest press with some wide grip barbell rows. I think this was a heavier set. This was like my second or third set, and I went a little heavier. And I got the reps up, but I didn't feel like I got a good contraction at the bottom. So what I did a drop set and then went back to my original weight and just did it again. Okay, for this set I went heavier, and I went ahead and took the plates off, and I did a drop set for my last and final set. And that's pretty much it for this exercise. Actually, I should say not 1 but 2 drop sets. I did 2 drop sets for this one. And as I'm watching, as I keep seeing my lower back fat, and that's what wants me, the main reason why I want to cut. That's the main reason right there. I just want to get rid of that so I can see how wide my lats actually are. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut and just see how it goes pretty much. Here I decided to do a machine press, and I supersetted that with a seated row machine. I could not get the camera anywhere. I just couldn't angle it the right way, so I did not get footage. But basically what I'm doing it kind of like at a neutral grip, just to get a good squeeze on the chest. And then later on, I do 2 sets of this actually, and same thing with the seated rows. I do the seated rows at a neutral grip in the in the middle handles, and then I did 2 sets of those, and then my last 2 sets I ended up doing a wider grip, which I think I'm gonna do here. Yeah, my last 2 sets I did a wider grip, and I did the same thing for the seated row. Okay, here I'm doing rack pulls. Now, this freaking power rack does not go low enough to place the bars. So it's higher than how I would normally do it. But, oh yeah, actually I'm doing rack pulls supersetted with shrugs. So since it's not as low, I like to get it a little lower so I can get more on the rectors. But, so anyway, I just focus pretty much the contraction at the top. And then I do that, and then I do the shrugs, and it just kind of makes the move a little harder and gives me more stress on the whole entire middle traps and the upper traps, and it's just what I kind of do to just challenge myself. And then I superset this with some cable flies, but again, the same thing, I couldn't really get a good angle on it. And I believe this is the last exercises I have for this workout day. That's all I did today. I couldn't really go all super long because it was kind of late, but this is, I guess you would say, workout A. And the next time I do chest and back, there'll be different exercises, except for the well, no, it's still the same exercise, it's just different angles for the warm-up. Alright, so I'm back in the gym. What I typically take for post-workout, and then we have bioactive whey from acetone mixed with BioGrow and some creatine also. It's normally what I mix it with. And right now I'm taking pills, which I don't know where they're at right now. Yeah, I just grab these from Walmart. Grab these from Walmart and call it a day. I normally like to get the powder, but they didn't have the powder, so I just grabbed these. And yeah, and also I take either, well, what I've mainly been doing is getting the bag of Haribo sour gummy bears, because of the dextrose. It goes straight, it spikes your insulin, and so it allows all the nutrients and stuff to drive into the muscles. And that's what I've been doing. It's like about 100 grams of carbs, if I'm not mistaken. And that's typically what I do post-workout. Bam! It's funny how I go from haircut to no haircut, looking scraggly and rough, and then come back to the haircut. Anyway, let me stop being stupid. Alright, but yeah, that was basically it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. This is my first real workout video. As we go along, I have better equipment, or I have somebody recording it, and I'll get better. But first one, it's out the box. We're gonna get better. Yeah. So please comment, like, subscribe. Please subscribe. It'll help me be able to make better videos. Thank you. And also definitely comment, man. Leave feedback. Let me know what you think. Y'all take it easy, man.